I have. All right, I've just started the recording. So welcome everybody. We are celebrating yet another anniversary of Side Street to Main Street Business Know-How. This is the 13th year of the program. So it's a new milestone. 12 of our 15 original participants have successfully navigated the program. That gives us a grand total of 165 people who have graduated from this program over the 13 years. We had the agenda up on the screen. So rather than going back to that, I will then turn the program over to Johanna, who will offer some remarks and introduce our guests and dignitaries. Johanna.
All right. Thank you, Jim, very much, and welcome everybody. This is always a great night. I wish we were in person, but it's great to see all around the squares. Again, it's difficult because we haven't been around the squares very often, but I commend you all for all the hard work that you've done throughout this entire time that you've been part of this program. We know that Jennifer can be pretty strict at times, and Jim does a great job, but we do appreciate you making the time and really making a difference in the impact that you do in our community. Congratulations again on your achievements. We do appreciate you guys and look forward to helping to support you going forward. Obviously, this program would not be possible without the generous support of Eversource Energy. They have been here since the beginning in 2012. So we do appreciate you guys more than you know. You guys and your commitment to the community and Middlesex County as a whole through so many different programs that we offer is truly remarkable. And we truly appreciate everything you do. So can we give a round of square applause to Eversource for a minute? Thank you. All right. Without further ado, it's my great pleasure to introduce Robin Kaepernick, who's the Manager, Community Relations and Economic Development, to say a few words. You're up next, Robin.
All right. Well, thank you all for letting me be here with you tonight. I think I was able to participate last year as well. So I'm thrilled to be back again, representing Eversource. And, my team and I work closely with the Middlesex Chamber and in the Middletown community. We work with Mayor Ben, and we frequent many of the businesses downtown. So when I looked at this list of very austere profiles of each of you, I was excited to see the plethora of opportunities to visit new businesses going forward. Some of you still have them in their infancy. So, I look forward to sitting on the sidelines and watching you develop the ideas you've had. We want to extend our congratulations, not just from myself personally, but from Eversource to each of you for completing the Side Street to Main Street program as part of your personal development and as an avenue to achieving your personal goals. In reading the profiles, I was fascinated by the diversity of your backgrounds and the opportunities in your business endeavors. The engagement with the program and your fortitude to stay with the program is truly an inspiration. I think that you've probably found inspiration in one another, and certainly your family and the community has supported you as well. So I would hope and encourage you to reach out to them and say thank you as well, because I think none of us do this in solitude, right? It takes a village. So Eversource is really pleased to continue the partnership. I think we announced that we're going to continue to support this for the next several years. And I did want to extend my appreciation to Teresa Hopkins-Staton, who wasn't able to be on the call today, but she was a leader in getting this approved internally and then shepherding it through the last several years. I think you said 13 now. So she does extend her well wishes to each of you, even though she wasn't able to join us tonight personally. And she looks forward to continued engagement herself as well as with Eversource. And I, as I said, am thrilled to be a part of this and hope to continue my relationship with each of you as well. So a hearty congratulations to all of you and to the members at the Chamber, Jennifer, Johanna, Jim, for really forwarding this and continuing to develop this program. I know that it looks a little different today than it did when it started. So again, great work to all of you, and thank you for your inclusion.
Thank you.
Thank you, Robin. Great job as always. And next, I have the great pleasure of introducing our fantastic mayor, Mayor Ben Florsheim, who truly has made it his mission to be committed to not only the community of Middletown, but the business community, and really trying to help everyone strive and thrive to do their best. So over to you, Ben.
Thank you so much, Johanna, and thank you all for having me. To Jim, to Jennifer, to everybody who makes this program possible. It is one of the best nights on the business calendar for the year, and I hope to see many of you in person, and that many of you do continue with the full Side Street to Main Street program. We finally had our first in-person graduation for that, my first that I got to experience in my tenure as mayor last year. And it's an extraordinary program made possible again by the folks who are here on the screen, and one that started as an idea, kind of an outlandish notion, an idea that was launched by Faith Jackson in her role as NAACP president and director of equal opportunity and diversity management for the city, a role that she still holds today with the city of Middletown, approaching this chamber, our chamber, Coach Larry McHugh at the chamber, saying we need to do more to support. And I think not just that we need to, but I think that we can do more to support our business owners of all types of backgrounds, to make sure that, again, it's right there in the name, that the know-how is there for people who are entering into this entrepreneurial path as first generation folks, as minorities, as people who are new to the community. And the success of the program is just evident in all of the amazing alumni who have stayed involved in the community, who have launched successful businesses, some of whom are with us here today. Very appreciative and grateful to Eversource and others who have sponsored over the years. Thank you this year, Eversource, for being such a great partner to our efforts in this area. We are very proud in the city of Middletown to continue to support this program. And I was reading the biographies and the business background of all the participants before we got started here, and I noticed that there's a few folks who are coming through the program who are on the younger side and are just getting started in their careers. I noticed there are a few folks who are really taking this on as a second or a third career, as professionals who have experience in one field or another and have an idea of how they can bring that into the business world, or how they can bring that to the marketplace in an innovative and entrepreneurial way. And again, the know-how piece, the piece that Jim and that the chamber and that others who are here provide, that fills in the gap between the idea and the reality. I hope that that's true for everybody who's here. And I mentioned that the fact that there's some young people who are getting involved and that there are people who are transitioning careers, because I guess I was thinking about this. I'm part of a commission, a group of mayors that convened this year that is looking to make policy recommendations about a report that came out last year by the Dalio Education Foundation and the Connecticut Conference of Municipalities and the Boston Consulting Group that talked about, was called Connecticut's Unspoken Crisis. And it talked about young people between the ages of about 16 and 24 who are not in school, who are not employed, who are not in higher education, or who are at risk for a variety of factors of getting onto that path. And it's the commission we called the 119K Commission, referring to the number of young people who met that description, 119,000 across the state of Connecticut, which is about 2.5 times the size of Middletown. And we're together as a group trying to digest the findings of this report and talk to people all over the state, young people and the people who work with them, about what we can do to solve that challenge. And the reason I mention that in the context of this program is that the most compelling thing that we have heard, maybe compelling is the wrong word, kind of the most frightening thing that a lot of us have heard, is that the biggest challenge for a lot of these young people is that they don't have a clear sense of a prosperous future for themselves, that they are looking at a career environment, that they are looking at an economy, that they are looking at jobs, that many of them are coming in and out of, that are not paying enough to make ends meet. And they are seeing the previous generation, and they are looking at a future that looks worse for them. And so we've spent a lot of time talking about how developing workforce pipelines, developing employment skills is important to this group. But I think something that's been a little bit missing from these conversations is the opportunity that people have in this state and all over, especially in our community, not just to find gainful employment, but to start their own businesses, to go out on their own path. To learn from mentors and from others that maybe a traditional employment path isn't right for them, but there is a path for them that exists that can help them not just find a purpose, not just find a job, not just find a career, but build wealth and build stability and build something that I think is going to get us closer to the right track that we're all trying to get on as a state and as a society. And I really admire the fact that there are people who are stepping away in some cases from those stable careers that are less and less of an option for the next generation. That they're taking that risk to offer more of themselves and to really answer the call of purpose that I think drives a lot of people into this program. It is certainly that same call that I think the folks who make it possible are answering by their amazing work here. So it's a labor of love for all of us. Congratulations to all of the graduates. Again, best of luck as you head on to your next steps. Congratulations to all your families and friends and loved ones who I know have been supporting you through a rigorous curriculum. That's good practice for when the businesses are in their launch phases as well. So I'm very happy to be here. I'm looking forward to hearing more about all of our graduates here tonight. And thanks as always to our amazing chamber and to you, Johanna, for having me tonight. So back over to
very well said, Mayor. You always do a fantastic job. Next speaker is our amazing chairman. He's only been in his chairmanship now for what, 2 weeks, Rodney? So this is Rodney Bickett, who is our current chairman that just started on July 1. He owns Cromwell Automotive. He's been a huge longtime supporter of the chamber, but we're very proud to have him as our chairman and as our fearless leader for this next year. So beyond further ado, Rodney Bickett.
Thank you, Johanna. Good evening, everyone. As Johanna said, I just stepped into this role and I feel like there couldn't be a better first chamber event for me to be speaking at in my new capacity than one like the Side Street to Main Street Business Know-How Program, where we are celebrating 12 new aspiring entrepreneurs. Being an entrepreneur myself, the excitement after being in business for 25 years is still as strong as it was during the first days of opening Cromwell Automotive. Not always, but mostly. And I love to see others sharing in that excitement. I'd like to thank Eversource Energy for their generous sponsorship of the Business Know-How Program. Thank you for your 13 years of support and 165 graduates of this program. Eversource's ongoing support enables the Chamber to provide valuable education opportunities like the Business Know-How Program, which is crucial for fostering a diverse and thriving business community in Middlesex County. To our graduates, I commend you on taking this step towards reaching your goals and dreams. I hope to be speaking with you again after your completion of the Chamber's Side Street to Main Street Minority Business and Leadership Development Program, and that you will continue to be a part of the Chamber. I'm also hoping we will see you at our events, division meetings, breakfasts, business after works, and so much more. Please remember to use the Chamber as a tool when you run into the inevitable issues that come along, not only upon starting your business, but as you decide to level up and grow your business and your dreams. So one more time, congratulations on your completion of the Middlesex County Chamber of Commerce's Business Know-How Program, sponsored by Eversource Energy.
Great job, Rodney. And again, thank you for being at the helm. It's going to be an exciting year with you there. That's for sure. All right. So our next guest, I call her our Main Street powerhouse, Miss Pamela Steele. She was a former student of Side Street to Main Street. She has a flourishing business right there, right in downtown Middletown. She has grown through the ranks. She's our CBB chairman, and she's currently our vice chairman, looking to serve next year after Rodney as the chairman of the Middlesex Chamber. She started in the Side Street to Main Street program and worked her butt off, to be quite honest with you, and just did everything right. You know, she's an amazing mentor. She's an amazing person. And I'm so proud to call her my friend, to be quite frank with you. So she's going to give you a little insight into Side Street to Main Street and just about what she knows about this program. So next up, Ms. Pam Steele. You're on mute, Pam. We're not used to using Zoom anymore. See?
Good evening, everyone. First and foremost, congratulations to the graduates. I'm so looking forward to your businesses. I also want to start out by thanking Eversource, 13 years. Thank you so much. Your dollars are being well spent through this program and the investment that you're making in this community, and not just the community, but these individuals, because as we know, they will also help their communities thrive and prosper. So thank you so much, Eversource. As Johanna said, I did go through the Side Street to Main Street program, which started kind of the kickoff. It's like the parent. I was in class 6 in 2002, and I started my business. I own a yarn shop downtown. Through that program and through the years, we're in year 23, I believe. So that was a big commitment from Aetna. And then when it was taken over by CVS, we were still looking for some funding. But out of that birthed the business know-how, because that program was so popular. And we had such a waiting list. We had to do something to us. We didn't want people to lose momentum and get discouraged. So they did the business know-how, and Eversource stepped up for that. I am hoping, graduates, that you will continue to go on to the full Side Street to Main Street Leadership Development Program. It is well worth it. It is a lot of work, as you well know, but running your business is a 24/7. And I can remember working at Pratt & Whitney, and I said, I will never be in my own business because it is 24/7. Well, you know what they say, never say never, because here I am. 14 years in November, I will have been in business. The best thing that you can do is get involved in the chamber. I started going to the meetings, the Central Business Bureau meetings. The next thing I know, I was tapped on the shoulder and said, would you like to do more for the chamber? And I'm like, okay. And at that time, Larry McHugh was the president. And after a meeting, he said, can I see you in my office? And it's like being called to the principal's office, thinking I did something wrong. And he said, would you step up to be CBB chair? And so I did that. And from there, here I am a few years later as first vice chair and moving up to chair next year. It has been the best thing that you can do. The opportunities that will open for you, the networking that you do, the access, not only through the chamber, but to other businesses. And those people will in turn send business your way. So I can't stress enough to get involved, try to make the meetings. And I know we have families, it's busy, you can't do everything, but try to do as much as you can and get involved in the business community, because I'm going to tell you that is where your support is going to come from. I am always here. I'm right on Court Street, as well as the chamber. I'm here all the time. If you can't reach anybody else, certainly call me, certainly stop by to see me. I'd be more than happy to give you what little bit of knowledge and information I've gained over the years. I'm just so excited for your businesses. I too, like everybody else, read through them. I'm excited to see the diverse businesses. We're excited to have you, and we want to reflect what our community looks like. So again, thank you for sticking with this program. I hope you move on to the full program, and you won't regret it. And just stay in touch and try to show up for some of the events through the chamber and make sure you make those connections. And I just can't stress enough how much this is going to do as you start. Those of you, I went through the program, it was 8 years before I actually opened my doors. So if you're still deciding or you're not sure, it's okay. You've got the basics, you've got the knowledge, you've got the foundation of what you need to do. But like I said, I went through in 2002. I didn't open my first brick and mortar until 2010. So it's okay. If you want to start home base, which is what I did, start small. Don't try to go into something big. Start small and just keep stepping up. I was in 160 square feet of space. If you're ever in the Main Street Market, there's a little space down there by the hallway, and I was in there for 2.5 years. So take your time, do it right, and just keep moving forward. And just again, congratulations to all of you. Looking forward to seeing you at some of the events. And again, to Eversource, thank you so much for investing in this program. And we really do appreciate it. And just again, congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Pam, very much. And I think that one of the key things that you really should understand is that we are truly, I joke about it, but we're family, right? At that chamber, we're more than friends, we're family. It's a combination, we're family. And it really is, we're very dependent on each other to help mentor each other, help guide each other. Our doors are never closed, our phones are never off. So we want you to succeed, because you succeed, our community is a better place. And we truly mean that from the bottom of our hearts. Well, I'm gonna make Jen a little mad right now because she hates to be put on the spot. And I can say that because I've been with her 30 years. But she is so steadfast to these programs, and she works so hard and so diligently and believes so much in this, but it really takes heart and soul to do this. And we couldn't do this without the passion and commitment that Jennifer DeKine has. She hates to be put on the spot. She hates to publicly speak, but she deserves a round of applause. So let's do the square round of applause, because she is our resident rock star when it comes to our side street and our business know-how. So Jen, I know that you're not going to be very happy with me. I'm lucky that you're not going to be in the office tomorrow, Thursday, or Friday. So you'll be over it by Monday. Jen, over to you.
Okay, so first, of course, thank you to Eversource Energy. And Robin, I would like to point out also that not only does Eversource fund the business know-how, they also is one of the major funders of our business and education partnership, which also supports our annual high school career fair expo for high school sophomores. So thank you very much. And we look forward to your continued funding. Thank you. And to the class 13, thank you all very much for completing your homework, doing all your reading assignments, and you also how serious we were about it. We don't mess around. And for all those of you who are here tonight, your certificates will be ready for pickup from Wednesday, July 24th. So congratulations, and you know where to find me. And I will send you all the information for Side Street to Main Street leadership, and hope to see you all in October.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great job, Jen. See, we're all afraid of her too. We just don't admit it very often. She does a great job. No, we love
Come on. I'm just to the point.
We've been together 30 years, so we certainly appreciate each other. And of course, you know, Jen has a great partner in Jim Jackson, who's been around with us for pretty much as long as almost 30 years, right, Jim? We really kind of, they formulated this program together, and it, you know, again, it takes passion and commitment and Jim's guidance for this program. And it's, you know, developed over the years, but you know, you've got two powerhouses right here who are in your corner, who are trying to help you succeed. So you're very fortunate. And Jim, thank you for your commitment for all these years and all you do. We appreciate it. I know it was very difficult during COVID to continue doing this, but I'm glad to see we're full-fledged back on. So Jim, over to you, buddy.
All right. Thank you, Johanna, and thank you, everyone. It's really been a privilege for me to be part of this program for all 13 years. And I've enjoyed it each and every year. And watching the development of our participants has always been very rewarding. You know, obviously we conducted this year's program via Zoom instead of in person at the chamber. Nonetheless, though, participants were quite deeply engaged in the program throughout. We had some late nights, we had lots of questions, We had lots of insightful comments and plenty of interplay, especially in the breakout group sessions. So again, it was a real pleasure to work with this year's group. So even though the biweekly classes are now over, for those folks who need or want some one-on-one mentoring, coaching, guidance, whatever you want to call it, they can still take advantage of that through my office at the Connecticut Small Business Development Center to keep their plans going and to build on what they've started. And so I will be sending everybody the instructions on how to enroll for that after tonight's meeting. It does require that you register, but it's a relatively simple process through the website, and the work sessions are both free of charge and confidential. Now, as already has been mentioned, everybody also has the opportunity to apply for the Chamber's year-long Side Street to Main Street Business and Leadership Development Program. We've got a 23-year history of success. And now, thanks, of course, to the city of Middletown, we have funding for a 24th year this fall and a 25th year the following year. So Side Street to Main Street 24 is a competitive application program. So people will be asked to fill out an online application. Jennifer will be sending you the information about that. And then attend an orientation meeting late in August. After we collect the applications, and at the orientation meeting, literally try and scare you off because of the work that's involved in the program, we will select a class and begin the second week of October. Now, every participant who completed the Business Know-How program will get an extra score point on their application for having completed this program if they apply for this fall's program, or for the one in 2025 for that matter. Now, I'll note again, because I've already mentioned it to the class, that the fall program meets every week. So obviously twice as often as this class. And it also has twice as much homework to do between sessions, because we're using a different book and you're starting to write a business plan in addition to doing all the other stuff. So what that means is it's 4 times as demanding as Business Know-How was. So kind of be careful what you ask for. But seriously, the fall program more closely mimics the time and effort it takes to start and run a new small business. So it's a lower risk way to understand the preparation and effort needed to do it before you risk your life savings on a new venture. Now, in a moment, I'm going to ask our graduates to individually offer a few remarks. Since we're conducting the ceremony online this year, the certificates we would normally be giving them as they would come to the podium will be available for pickup next Wednesday, the 24th at the Chamber. Because it is hard to send a frame certificate over Zoom, no matter how flexible it's become. So now participants, remember that we started each of our sessions with icebreakers, didn't we? Something to get people thinking out of the box. So why should tonight be any different? So instead of just doing boring alphabetical order, I've run a set of random numbers and I'm going to call people in random alphabetical order. So with that in mind, our first speaker to be called would be Mai Bradley.
Good evening, everyone. First, I'd like to say thank you to Eversource for sponsoring and funding this program. Also, hello, Joanna. Good to see you again. Also, a good evening to Rodney. Thank you as well for helping with the program. Of course, you, Jim, so grateful for your help each week, and also to Jennifer. I'm looking forward to starting a new business in this area. I've worked with children and adults for over 2 decades in other areas of Connecticut, and I like to bring some of my expertise to this area, teaching art to children, teaching children and families resourceful ways to reuse materials that would normally go into the landfill and cause harm to our environment, and also teaching people how to use materials that are right around them, found in nature, to create art and to bring some mindfulness into their everyday. So that's what I'm working on right now currently, and I'm hoping to work a little bit more closely with all of you. I did bring one of my items that I custom made. It's a journal, and it's made out of all reclaimed or recycled materials, and also a plastic mailer that would have normally gone into the landfill because it can't be recycled, but now it has a new life. Thank you.
All righty. Thank you, Mai. All right. At random, our next speaker is Kathleen Gould Mitchell.
Hi, everyone. I want to just reiterate my thank you as well to the chamber, everyone there, especially Jim and Jennifer for sitting with us on these late Tuesday nights. I appreciate that. And also the mayor and the support from Eversource, everybody. It's just thank you. And for accepting me into the program. I'm don't really qualify into the minority category for this program, but I begged and begged to get into it because I knew of the program through a friend of mine, Armida, who went through the whole big program quite a few years ago now. And we would go to the chamber dinners, the award ceremonies, the after work social hours at all the different establishments. And so I thought it was a really good program. And what happened with me was, now that I'm nearing my retirement age, I wanted to think about what I was going to do. And I've always been loving to be creative. And so last year, I actually opened up my own art studio out of my home. I'm blurred out here in my background because that's a lot of my supplies and it looks really messy, but it's a whole floor to ceiling bookcase of what I do is mosaic art mainly. I also use discarded dishes and plates and cups and make this artwork called Picassiette. I've done several craft fairs, and I'm set up to do several more this holiday season. So I'm hoping to use this program to really help me with the finances, the taxes. I learned a lot. Jim was very generous in giving us an Excel form for the budgeting. I've already put that to use and started inserting that because that's one area I was really lost. The other area that this program really helped me a lot was learning about the marketing and advertising and how to really kind of concentrate on where I want my business to go moving forward. I'll be retired from Middlesex Health next June. I've been there 12 years and will be 14 actually next June. So I've really enjoyed being part of the community here. I'm a transplant actually from New York. And I just love this city of Middletown. So I'm excited to network with everybody at the chamber, and looking forward to see where this takes me in my second generational part of my life. So thank you very much, everyone. Oh, and I also just want to say the breakout sessions, I really enjoyed those too, because I was really, really disappointed that we couldn't meet in person, that we were doing this over Zoom, because I'm on the computer all day, and I was really looking forward to the social aspect of this program. So the breakout sessions, thank you so much, Jim, for doing those, because it really gave me a chance to kind of get to know the other people that were in this program in those breakouts. So thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you, Kathleen. Our next random selected speaker is Richard Weaver.
Hello, I'm Richard. I just want to say thank you to Jim, thank you to Jennifer, thank you to Eversource. I happen to be a second goer in the program, And my second time was even more phenomenal than the first time. I got a lot more insight, and I actually got the fortune. I'm fortunate enough to see how the program has grown since the last time I've done it as well. And although I am not in business right now, I am in the process of becoming into I'm planning on becoming into a restaurant in Middletown area. And yeah, just thank you again.
All right. Thank you, Richard. Our next random speaker is Sylvia Chappell.
Okay. It's Chappelle, so that's why I kind of go, oh, that must be me. Okay.
All right. We
That's
got
all
that.
right.
We got
That's
that
my new
memorized
name
now.
again.
Sylvia
Well,
Chappell.
Yes, yes. Good evening, everyone. I just want to say thank you to being a member of the Middlesex Chamber of Commerce and having this opportunity to know about this program. And I want to say thank you to Jim and Jennifer, of course, the Joanna, and of course, the mayor, Ben Florenshine, for the support that they provide to this program, especially to Eversource for the funding that they provide. Because if it were not for the funding, many businesses would not be able to be as successful as they are because they have gone through this program. I've learned, even though I am an attorney and I do corporation setups and helping nonprofits set up with their 501c3, which I've learned over the years, starting with the Secretary of State and with the Office of the Attorney General. It's still helpful when you can get supportive information that will help you even understand what you already think you know. So I found that the information that we studied was invaluable. I found that the breakout sessions were fabulous, wonderful. Being able to talk to like persons, fantastic. Getting to know other people who are having similar issues, because sometimes you feel you're alone and no one understands you and understands what you're going through. So the breakout sessions were wonderful. The icebreakers were very enlightening. The patience that we have with one another is awesome. And we are building a camaraderie amongst the ones who are participating in the program, because I know that some of the students that we spoke to in the breakout sessions, I plan to use some of their services. I know I'm using the massage service. I know that for a fact. So I'm really excited about having to have met some young people who are trying to make it. I mean, I'm in my 60s. I may not seem like it, but I'm in my 60s as Arthur. And we've been doing this. I've been a lawyer since 1992. So to go through this program has been absolutely phenomenally wonderful, just to meet everybody. So thank you again, everybody, for your support.
Thank you, Sylvia. Our next speaker is John Hextall. John, where'd you go? There you are. The squares keep moving around. All right. You got to unmute yourself, John.
Is John there?
There we go. Oh, sorry about that. Oh no, take the time to thank everyone. Definitely want to thank your Ben. Definitely want to thank Jen. I want to thank Jim, Joanna, Rodney, Pamela, like my classmates, everyone that was able to just give their input. As mentioned, this class was very helpful. It gave me what I felt I needed, which was the basics, not just a generalization. Just bumping and rubbing elbows with the people in the class and the breakout groups. That was something else that I also enjoyed, that social aspect and interaction, as well as the, unique perspective of some of the other participants. It kind of got me thinking as well. Some of the things that they've said, that they told me that, I wasn't thinking anything of, but just my thought process kind of helped them along. But for me, it was truly the diversity that was going on with the age groups and the life experience. Because some of us, regardless of age, had a little bit more life experience in one area or another. And for me, it was helpful in all aspects. Just the late nights, to me, sometimes I feel some of the questions I asked were remedial, but no one ever made me feel that what I was asking was a stupid or foolish question. But I greatly feel that I've learned a lot from this, not just as a business, but also as a young male. I mean, I'm not young no more, but as a male, trying to just navigate and get myself through the know-how of everything. So I just wanted to give my appreciation to you guys. Say thank you.
All righty. Thank you, John. Our next randomly selected speaker is Jason Carmen.
Hello, everyone. Well, this course was a great learning experience for me and my brewing garment business. I would like to thank Jim Jackson for being a thorough teacher. I'd also like to thank Eversource Energy for funding the program, making it possible for me to attend this class free of charge, as well as Joanna Bond for her commitment in the development of minority-owned businesses. This course has given me the tools and entrepreneurial outlooks I will need before going into business, such as market research, the outline of a business plan, and PR. Thanks again to everyone who made this class possible.
All right. Thank you, Jason. Sylvia, is Arthur with you tonight? He would be our next speaker.
Yeah, he had a late job, but yes, he's on the phone. He's been listening on the phone. So if you want to, hold on a second, hold on. He is, go ahead, Arthur. You have something to say it now.
Yeah.
Go ahead, talk about the program now. They're listening.
Oh, how you doing? My name's Arthur. I just want to let you know that I really enjoyed the program that I was able to be attentive of. And the things that we're trying to do is build a business so that it'll be more self-sustaining, and hire more employees and continue to buy like cars and trucks,
equipment,
and also work for. We're really trying to do more advertising too. So we're working on that aspect of it. We're just trying to get more young guys, or women, and into this business. Construction, and we also do landscaping also. So we need as much help as we can get.
And we got it through the program, right? We learned a lot through the program.
Yes, there's a very lot of program that I've learned. I was, kicking myself, trying to get home so I can make it and talk to you guys at home, but But just want to let you know that I'm really excited about being a part of the program and learning as much as I can.
Thank you very much, Arthur. Our next randomly selected speaker is Qualnisha Lowe.
Good evening, everybody. First, I would like to say I appreciate the opportunity to participate in the program, and the know-how is the essence of the program. It came at a time where I was feeling overwhelmed, overworked, couldn't figure out what my next step was going to be, and the program helped me through that. My iMom is not just seasoned with love. I do more than just bake. I do more than just cook. That's also going to entail other things like life coaching and trying to give a second chance. I believe that in life, sometimes we all get derailed and we all need to start over. So the iMom is the opportunity for me to start over from everything that I've been going through after the death of my son. And I want to say thank y'all for giving me the opportunity to participate in the know-how. Thank you.
Thank you, Qualnisha. Our next randomly selected speaker is Xavier Bradley.
Hi, my name is Zay, and I had a good experience in the class. So there were some times when the reading was a little bit stressful, but I managed to get it all done and come out with some gems, like some resources and tools that I'll need for my business, like marketing strategies, funding, where to go, and choosing a legal path to adhere to. And I want to thank Eversource for sponsoring the program fully. And I hope they continue to sponsor for other entrepreneurs like me who don't know everything, but are looking for programs that can give them that information. I want to thank Johanna Bond for her support of minority-owned businesses, and a big thanks to Jim and Jennifer for facilitating the program and offering continued support and counseling.
Thank you very much. Now, last but not at all least, we have Venetia Seaton.
Hi, Venetia.
Hi, Jennifer. How are you?
Hi.
Okay, first I must say thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to be a part of the classes. And a big thank you to Eversource for funding the program. A big thank you to our mayor, Mr. Honorable Ben. I'll spell your name. I can't pronounce it. or it's Ben. Okay. Also, a big thank you to Jennifer and Jim. This class was very informative. I've learned a lot. I'm a very shy person, and I've also learned that I have to, be able to do marketing, a lot of marketing and networking, which I have to, brace myself for that. Also, thank you to Miss Joanna Bond, for, facilitating and looking out for minorities. So, as being a part of this class, I have, I have several different skills and business, intentions. However, this class have made me, it had helped me to make up my mind as to which one I would love to put my focus into. it's something that I really have a passion for, and I have been doing it for 6 years, the event decorating, and also making Jamaican rum cake. That I've been doing since I was 18 years old. And I've gotten a lot of positive feedbacks on that every time I do an event or make my cakes. People are like, oh, do you have a business card and stuff? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make them. And I've never gotten around to doing that. So with this class, I've always been struggling with trying to find a name, but doing the class, it has, gave me the steps to which I can use to come up with my name and, all to find my niche and everything. So, I just want to say a big thank you. I really look forward to this class every Tuesday. So I guess I'm gonna miss this class every Tuesday. And thank you very much. And I really enjoyed the icebreakers and the breakout groups. Thank you again.
Thank you, Venetia. Now, we've now heard from each of our participants tonight, but we also again need to express our sincere appreciation for Eversource Energy for it's an absolutely unprecedented 13 continuous years of support that has made this program possible. Without their forward thinking and generous community involvement, programs like this wouldn't be possible. So thanks to each of our dignitaries for attending, help us celebrate the hard work of our class. So please join me in a warm round of digital applause for our participants and especially for the unprecedented 13 years of continuous support from Eversource Energy that has made this program possible. And so a quick reminder, I think everybody who is here tonight has already filled out their program evaluation survey. We appreciate that. And as we mentioned earlier, the certificates for those who have completed all their work will be available starting next Wednesday, the 24th. We do have a couple of folks who are still playing catch up on their homework, and we will give them a little bit of leeway to make sure they get that all in so we can get them the appropriate certificate that they deserve. And so with that, I think we're set unless there are any other final comments or we're ready to adjourn and
Tim, I have a shameless plug I'd like to say that I was talking about the city of Middletown, and I got involved with what's called the Mosaic on Main program. And I just wanted to say that anybody here that hasn't gone down to Main Street to see in the restoration, the building that had the old restorations in the windows there is just a small portion of that Mosaic on Main, and that eventually the tunnel that goes from the public parking under Route 9 over to Harbor Park is going to be totally mosaic. So if you have in the future, we don't know exactly when that'll be installed, but when you go down there, just think about how great it's been to be in Middletown and be part of that. So I just wanted to do a plug for that, Mosaics on Main.
All righty, thank you. All right, everybody, thank you very much for attending. It's been a wonderful 13th year. We're looking forward to a 14th coming up, and we'll be sending out the information for the Side Street to Main Street Class 24 shortly, and for enrollment in the Connecticut Small Business Development Center to provide ongoing free and confidential support for your businesses. So thank you very much, and good night, everybody.
Congratulations
Good
again.
night. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Forward
to seeing all of you. Jennifer. Bye.
Have a great night.
Good luck.
Bye.
Thank you, Meg. Okay, let's